How to Get Organised with Adult ADHD. Written by Suzanne Byrd. Narrated by Nikki Delgado. Introduction. For some adults, it can take many years to establish that the challenges they have been living in their adult life might be related to a neurodevelopmental disease called ADHD. Whilst this book isn't about diagnosis, you should refer to your local healthcare provider for the clinical pathway. This short term will provide you with a structure for getting organised in 3 key areas in your life. Organisational skills in these areas will pay dividends in terms of your overall life satisfaction. These 3 areas are 1. Getting organised at home. 2. Getting organised at work. 3. Getting organised in your personal life. Whilst all adults would find tips and advice useful in these 3 areas, individuals with ADHD particularly struggle, as they either have an attention deficit that hampers strategic decision-making and planning, or they have an impulsivity inclination that increases risk-taking behaviours and thereby shortcuts any strategic decision. Our understanding of adult ADHD over the years. Before we get stuck into these 3 areas and provide you with useful tools, tips, tricks, and strategies, I wanted to give you a general overview of how we got to where we are today in terms of our understanding of adult ADHD. ADHD is a neurodevelopmental disease normally occurring in children and adolescents. However, it's increasingly become understood that the signs of ADHD can often persist into adulthood, with an estimated lifetime prevalence of ADHD at US adults of 8.1%. It's believed that the oldest accounts of inattention for a disease in children and adults were listed in a health statement by Melchior Adam Wakard from the early 1700s. Wakard explained adults and kids that have been inattentive, distractible, lacking persistence, overactive and spontaneous that can be very like the explanation of ADHD. ADHD was first recorded in DSM-2, and the disease was known as hyperkinetic reaction of childhood and explained in one sentence. It was only in DSM-3 that the number of psychological disorders improved from a very simple description into the definition of ailments using particular diagnostic standards. Hyperkinetic reaction of childhood had been renamed attention deficit disorder, and the subtypes of both without and with hyperactivity.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?